Hey there, it's Liz from Hook's Greenhouse, and we're here in one of our gardens, and today we're going to make an arrangement, so I need some evergreens. So we're going to pick some of arborvitaes, and then I have some pine trees here that we're going to take some cuttings from. I'm taking from the lower branches, because I don't really want to mess up. Oh, Kevin. I'm taking from the lower branches, or you can take from deep inside the tree. Just take a couple little bits and pieces as to not really mess up the look of your tree. Here's my beautiful dogwoods. They turned out really nice. I just planted them this year. Hi there, we're back here in my office and we are going to put together an arrangement with our evergreens. I just stuck them in this old container that I had, which looks good on its own. The first thing you do once you bring them inside is you want to put them in some water so they can continue to absorb water. This is going to be an arrangement that needs to be in water with floral oasis. So we're going to start by soaking our oasis while we're getting everything prepped. So you want to find a container that holds water, and you're going to put your water in there. Preferably you'd like to have a lot of water in here so it can truly absorb it all the way. Now, I just got this at the craft supply store, Joann's, I think. So it's going to float, and then eventually it'll sink as it's absorbing the water. So I have this old serving dish that I found in our gift shop, and I thought it was really pretty. And I also have a enamelware pot. So for our arrangement, it's going to be very low and swoopy. It's going to be in the center of a table. So these are both nice long, low plant pots for our arrangement. So you want to have your floral block to be bigger than the container because we're actually going to push it in there. Okay, and then we can kind of take off this extra bit. But you want to have it so that it's bigger, that way it's not going to shift around. And all the way in the bottom. And also if your floral foam has like any holes, sometimes they'll have holes, this one I don't think it did, in the top, you want to make sure that that's on the bottom. That way it could absorb water when you put water in your container. So you want to have this up far enough that when we start doing our drooping of the evergreen, we'll actually be able to have some height to make it happen. If you were to cut it straight, flat across there, then you would have most of your arrangement going up. So I guess it just depends on what you want. I want mine to be low and droopy. Also, this is at the point, like if you wanted to put a candle in here, you could take your candle, I don't have one, but let's say this was my candle. You would place it in the center and you'd mark out, you press on it until you had your dimension of your candle, and then you can cut slightly so that you could recess your candle in the middle of your arrangement. But we're not going to do that for this. We're going to start with our first leaf. We're going to figure out where we want our fall to be, so we know how far we want our arrangement. Now we have to get an equal piece with a similar look, and we'll measure and we'll cut. And now we can place the two pieces in on either side. how far our piece is going to be. And then you can adjust. If it seems that it's too long, you don't like the look of it, then you can cut it to be a little bit higher. So let's say we want it to be here. You can cut it here, and then we'll just shorten it up. Maybe for this arrangement, we want to see more of the pot itself, so we're going to keep it up a little higher. Let's say here. Sure. About the same. Okay, and now we're going to put a couple branches in the back. And see, having that foam a little higher, we're really able to get these branches low. And you can work with the stem is falling down. We can put it so that the angle's down. If we put it the other way, it's going to be more upright. Okay, so once you get, I'm trying to get most of this type of pine into my arrangement before I switch to another one. So I think we're probably good there. I'm going to grab a piece. We want to work on a little bit of our height here before we start filling in. So we want just a little bit of height, so we know where we're going. I think that's good. And now we're going to get the second type of pine. We'll use some of this arborvitae. Be prepared to make a big mess. And you can tell just by changing up the look of the evergreen, you can already start to see it taking shape. Okay, we're going to add some more pine, and then we have some eucalyptus. So we're just trying to add some dimension. And then as soon as I get a couple more pieces in here, I'm going to speed through it as I continue to fill it in. Just adding two. And eventually, as you build up and up and up, you're going to eventually build to filling in the top. Center here, I'm going to start trying to fill in this major hole that I have in the center. I picked one that is kind of upright. I'm going to do some eucalyptus. looking for like little topper pieces, like little mini Christmas trees. So we're gonna do a simple ribbon for this, and I'm gonna do green. Even though we have a lot of green already, I think that it would be really pretty, really simple. You need some paddle wire, and we're gonna take off maybe 12 inches. And I'm gonna cut it with my pruning shears, which is why they're dull and they won't cut they won't cut any of my greens. So I'm gonna crinkle it up on the end. I'm gonna put it between my index finger and my thumb. I'm gonna bring it around, and I'm making the center of my bow. I'm gonna crinkle it up and grasp it again with my thumb and index finger. I'm gonna twist the ribbon so that the nice side is facing up. I'm gonna make my first one. I'm gonna move, keep my thumb there, and then I'm going to pinch, and I'm gonna write it again, and then I'm going to flip the fabric so that it's facing up again. I'm gonna grab it. You can see underneath, but now I'm gonna twist it so that I'm making sure that the fabric is up facing me. I'm gonna grab it with moving my index finger behind. This is my second loop. I'm gonna grab it again. I'm moving it out just a little bit further. Pulling it in, and again, I moved my finger, flipping it around, writing the fabric towards me, and doing it again. Until I have at least 3, but you can keep this going to make a bigger and bigger bow. So you can see it's starting to take shape. I think I'll do 4 on each side. This is what you'll have. Don't worry about straightening anything out. So we're gonna put that through the center, still pinching it all together. We're gonna put that wire through the center. We're gonna grab a hold of it and flip it. So we wrapped our wire through the center, and now we have our bow. Now that it's all held tight, we can actually maneuver everything around. You can fluff and move each one of these loops. This is the center. Fluffing and moving. That's a benefit for getting ribbon that has wire inside the sides of your insides of the fabric, because it really can fluff up and bend. So this is kind of what you end up with. And now what I'm going to do is take one of my stems. I'm going to take a stem from one of my evergreens here, and I'm just going to take off some of the branches. I'm going to take the wire. I'm going to take the wire, and I'm going to wrap it around the edge of this so that all my wire is wrapped. And then if it's still loose, you can just roll the stem. So now I have a bow on a stick, and I'm just going to insert this right to where I want it. I'm going to maneuver this right around until I have my bow where I want it. So you can add more evergreen if you want there to be more evergreen. You can maneuver your bow if you want it to be, say you wanted it to be primarily in the front, you can do it like that. You just have to decide where you want it. You can also, say you want more tail, you can take some ribbon. You get some more of your wire, and you do the same thing. You grab that ribbon, go right in this. You grab the ribbon, go right in the center, make a clump. And you can just put it on another branch. It's the same thing as what we did with the bow. Wrap it, and then just turn it tight until you have it nice tight there. And then you can just add it into your arrangement, and then maneuver it. Okay, I think this is it. So this would be great in the center of your table for Christmas or for any of your holiday dinners. And just using some simple evergreens that we had here around our farm, we were able to create this. And just remember that you want to keep it well watered. So it is in the oasis. You just pour some water on top, filling the jar not to overflow it, and that'll keep your evergreens good for most of the month of December. So thanks for joining us. Have a good day. Bye.